Hi, for this video what I want to do is show you how to find the relative frequency in a frequency distribution using the TI-Nspire graphing calculator. So with this, in order to find the relative frequency, we must first find each individual frequency. I already found those for you. They are listed out here. And then we divide it by the sum of the frequency, or you can think about it as f divided by the sample size. Okay, so with this, since we don't know the sum of the frequency, if we were doing this by hand, we would first have to add up all these values, and then we would have to take each individual value and divide it by the sum. So I'm going to use the spreadsheet screen of my graphing calculator to help me with this. So let me grab my calculator. Let me pause for a second. I am going to tell you that I do have all of these written down on a piece of paper, so if you need to write them down, do so. You can pause the video, but that's where I'm getting the numbers from. So from this, let me just start from the beginning. I'm going to start from the main screen, and I'm just going to start a new document, and I'm going to add a lists and spreadsheet screen. So with this, you do need to name your column. So for this one, I'm just going to name it FREQ for frequency. And then I'm just going to type in all of my values. So my first one was 9, 15, 14, 10, 6, 3, and 3. Okay, once I have the data in, I could go to a calculator screen and find the sum individually, or I can just use the formula. So I'm going to go to a second column, and this one I'm just going to call REL, FREQ, so we know that it's the relative frequency. And for this one, we're just going to, in this command box, we can type in a formula. So I'm going to type in equals, and I can choose the variable or I can type in the variable. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to choose the variable frequency divided by, and then I can type the command sum, S-U-M, with parentheses and tell which variable I want to find the sum of. So I want to find the sum of my frequency. And then when I hit enter, it will automatically populate it. So the calculator is set up. This calculator is set up to give you exact values by default. So if you don't want the fraction answers, like you could go through and put these fraction answers in, those would be exact answers. But sometimes we want the approximates. So what you can do is you can go into the document settings, and you can go into settings and status. And you can go to document settings for number 2. And what we want to change is right now the calculation mode is in auto. We want to put it into approximate mode. That way it will automatically give me a decimal. And so if you don't want a fraction, that's what you can do. And then we would just go down to OK and hit enter. And now notice when we come back in, they have automatically changed these to decimals. This decimal here, we could round. It is 0.23 repeated forever, and this one is 0.1667 repeated forever. So what we can do is now we can just go and write all of our answers in. So the first one was 0.15, 0.25, 0.233, and that's approximate. And this one is approximately 0.1667, 0.10, 0.05, and the last one was 0.05. So you can have your frequencies. The sum of your frequency list or your relative frequency list should always equal 1. So let's go ahead and check that to make sure we didn't make any mistakes. So to do that, I'm going to hit Control and I. So I'm going to add a calculator screen, and I'm just going to type in the sum. And then I can type in whichever variable I want. So if I needed the sum of the frequencies to show work, I could do sum of frequencies, and it tells me that I get 60, and that's what it's dividing all of those values by. So instead of having to go through and divide 9 by 60, all of these values by 60, the calculator did it all of them simultaneously while still finding the sum. And just to make sure that our relative frequency does match up to equal 1, we can check that, and we can see that it does sum to be 1. So as long as it equals 1, then we know that we did the right thing. So relative frequency, remember, is your frequency divided by the sum of your frequencies, or your frequency divided by n, your number of data points, or whatever your sample size is. And if you plug it into your calculator, it's a very simple process. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. If there are additional topics you would like me to cover, please let me know that as well.